than the Rocky movies. Emmanuel Adebayor had become that day only the second man to score for both clubs in North London derbies. His selection today is sure to fuel the flames of animosity. Wojciech Szczesny is back in the Arsenal goal after 2 months out with an ankle injury, and Jack Wilshere returns from suspension. Emmanuel Adebayor, who scored 8 for Arsenal against Spurs, partners Jermaine Defoe in the league from the start for the first time since March. Defoe preferred to Dempsey. Hugo Lloris replaces Brad Friedel in goal. A major statement that by the manager for a big game. And Norton comes in for Corker, who's not in the squad after scoring for England on Wednesday. Fascinating contrast in the formations. Tottenham very much a 4-4-2. But Arsenal essentially with 3 at the centre of their midfield, and Tottenham breaking forward. Here's Defoe, and he's onside. Szczesny with the block. Adebayor follows up. And wouldn't you know it, within 10 minutes, Spurs are ahead at the Emirates again. And Emmanuel Adebayor scores against his old side again. It's his 10th goal in North London derbies, his 8th in league derbies, both for and against Arsenal. Szczesny could only parry it. Adebayor got there quickest. One ball over the top undid Arsenal. Where was Mertesacker going? One half of the Arsenal defence seemed to be coming out, and the other half stayed in. First of the season for Adebayor. 4. Bale pushed high up the pitch. Lennon pushed high up the pitch. Here he is. Bale's in space in the middle, and it just crept wide. But with those 2 wingers pushed up, 4-4-2 became it. Cazorla. Low crossing from Sagna for Marlon before making the move to Spurs for Tottenham. Oh, Adebayor! That is a reckless challenge. Cazorla has gone flying. Pushing and shoving Bale and Wilshere. And Howard Webb has a job to do here to calm things down. But in a North London derby, a game that has such a low boiling point. Why, oh why? Almost on the halfway line, why make a tackle like that? And when the Spurs manager sees it again, he'll surely agree. Walcott, good cross back in. Mertesacker stayed forward, 1-1. His first goal in English football. Well, so often the villain of the piece for Arsenal fans who have harshly criticised Per Mertesacker in the past, but he outleapt a former Arsenal captain to score, and he's become a hero in an instant. Whole careers can change in a second. He hasn't had the happiest time as an Arsenal player. There's joy. There's creativity. Cannot hold a lead against Arsenal in league games. What's in there? How do we play with 10 men against Arsenal, perhaps? Makes the run to open up the gap. Good football. Here's Sagna into the gap. Scoop the cross. Look at the Giroud! Should have beaten the goalkeeper really there for a man of international class. Good setup by Arsenal. Little dink cross. He has to beat the goalkeeper from there in a game like this. Maybe got up a little bit early. Arteta. Wilshere's gone for the 1-2. Podolski's got the shot in, and it's gone in! A bit flukish. Ella shakes his head. Henry and Campbell with a foot in both camps applaud. And once again, Tottenham have tossed away a lead to go behind at the Emirates. I thought he was going to play it off to Arteta, but he checked back. Oh, it bobbled off Gallas. Cazorla. Blocked by Howard Webb. Couldn't do anything about it. Oh, but Marlon's been caught there. Aaron Lennon. I think it looked worse than it actually was. Saw him coming, went to react. 2 minutes of stoppage time to be played. Been fascinating stuff. Walcott's free kick, headed down by Bale, touched by Wilshere. Cazorla thought about the hit. Play on. He's gone the long way round, into the box. 6-3! It's Giroud! Oh, chim-chimney time in the Emirates! Chim-chim Giroud! What a good spell he's on! Another famous North London derby comeback. And he took it like a real goal snaffler, like a poacher. Whipped his foot around a ball that came slightly behind him. Good finish. 5 in 5. Well, he's made his changes. Now he has to see whether or not they'll come off. It's gone inside. If he plays it now to the right-hand side, Cazorla would have been in. Here is Cazorla! Arsenal have a 4th goal. Spurs made a half-time change that was always likely to leave them vulnerable on a counter down their left-hand side, and that is exactly what's happened. Cazorla had acres of space as the move developed down the Arsenal left, and once they'd switched it, Cazorla was in. Look at the space for Sanya initially. Tottenham lopsided. Cazorla starts his run, lovely ball across, but there's no one there with him. Good touch, Walcott, slid the pass perfectly. Podolski had a look, fine cross. Arsenal 4, Tottenham 1. Podolski, Giroud, Walcott and Cazorla now have 22 goals between them this season. Here's Bale. Oh, good effort and a fine goal. Well taken. Spurs have hope. And so often he's the man that's breathed hope into them in recent years. Arsenal switched off. They really should have dealt with it better. And a good finish by Bale. Drifted away from Mertesacker. No challenge on him. Really, they didn't press the ball at all well, Arsenal there. Sandro away to Dempsey, being pursued by Ramsey. Arsenal backpedaling, and they're not getting there. And here's Bale. Gareth Bale for Spurs. Oh, goodness me, it was so close. Defoe was rampaging into the 6-yard area, but I think Bale was going for goal. He's timed his run brilliantly, Defoe. He wants it played there. He's got goal side of the defender. That's a great chance for Tonga. Carroll. Well balanced. Good young player in the making, but he's let Oxlade-Chamberlain run off him, and Walcott's waiting in the middle, and he's fed Walcott. Can he finish it here? He has done! Arsenal really rub it in. Theo Walcott scores Arsenal's 5th of the day in stoppage time. Got 2 in this fixture last season, and Walcott scores his 9th goal of the season. Finished well. This is the player who wants to play through the middle, he says. His Arsenal future could hinge on that. Well, he took it well enough. Went to his right, pulled it. And Andre Villas-Boas will know that his centre-forward let them down badly.
It's a difficult decision, but I think that, the ref took it right. Pity for a game, for the game, because the game was, being played very well by Tottenham. We were suddenly in control and composure of the situation. And I think, it didn't have the knockout effect that we expected. I think the players really transcended themselves today. And, I'm very, very proud of them.
I remember in the long-forgotten days when you and I were both boys, Arsenal Spurs used to end 0-0, Arsene. It was easier on the heart.
It was, but it has changed, and, on the selfish way, as long as the result goes for you, you don't mind too much. But the recent years have been the games have been spectacular.
Theo, what is the latest on the talks? Because a newspaper puts you in touch with another club today.
Well, like I said, I'm just continuing to play my football, and I'm letting the Arsenal and my agents deal with all that sort of side of the thing. And when something pops up, I'm sure you'll be the first to know.
Well, you're enjoying it?
Yeah, no, definitely. I enjoy playing this club, like I said before, and hopefully something can get sorted out.
Well done.